Not all master plan communities here in Dallas-Fort Worth are gonna be created equal. Some of them are gonna look picture perfect online, but then when you get to it in person, they might be a little bit of a letdown. So today, we're gonna be going through and ranking some master plan communities here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, starting at the lowest, at the D tier, could use a little bit of an improvement, and working our way up to the S tier. These are the top of the line luxury neighborhoods. We're gonna walk through some of the current pricing for some of these neighborhoods, the amenities, resale potential, and even some hidden trade-offs that you're not gonna find on Zillow. Now, of course, let's be real. There's no such thing as the best or worst neighborhood. A lot of this is gonna depend on your own personal preferences, your lifestyle, the schooling that you want, area, commute. There's a lot of factors that go into what will make a neighborhood right or wrong for you personally. But if you are thinking about relocating to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, or just curious to see how far your money will go in different areas, this is the breakdown that you need to watch so that you can make the best possible decision in your move as you come to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, let's get started with the first in the D tier. So starting with our first in the D tier, we're gonna have High Point Ranch in Aubrey. So this one may not have all the glitz and glamour that we're gonna see with some of the neighborhoods in the later part of this ranking, but this is a good entry level, known for its affordability. We have some of the builders that we've mentioned before in some of our other videos, Lennar, D.R. Horton. Make sure you check out our builder ranking video on those. But this is a great entry level for somebody looking to purchase their first home. Starting in the 300s to 400s, working on up there a little bit, but it's gonna have both mixed use. It's gonna have some single family as well as townhomes. You know, we did put this in the D tier, and the reason for that is just gonna be accessibility. You know, Aubrey's gonna be quite a bit further north in the Metroplex, which does make its access to places like Fort Worth to Dallas. If you're trying to get into Love Field, the airports, Love Field or DFW, gonna be a little bit further of a drive. So again, accessibility is a little further, but the high point on this one is definitely gonna be the affordability. Next in the D tier is gonna be a master plan community called Aspen Meadows. Gonna be very similar to the previous High Point. It's gonna be another very affordable option, again, in Aubrey. We're gonna see a reoccurring theme here coming up, but it's gonna be one of those known for its affordability and kind of entry access for a lot of first-time home buyers. It gives you at least some decent builders, some good floor plans. You can get more house for your money compared to if you're going closer into the Metroplex. But again, doesn't have as many of the community amenities, so you're not gonna see a pool, no weight room or anything like that, but you're getting a lot more bang for your buck as far as homes go. But again, accessibility, lack of community amenities is gonna be why we put this in the D tier. So as we move forward, we're gonna see now we're stepping up to the C tier. So we're gonna start seeing some improvements, some more amenities, some better features. Coming at the C tier, we have Silverado, which is gonna offer a little bit of a balance of affordability along with community amenities. This is gonna be great for families, again, looking for that first-time home purchase, but are wanting a little bit more, but might be willing to give up and sacrifice a little bit on the commute. Again, like we talked about with the previous two, this is gonna be located in Aubrey, so again, a little further commute on this one, but does offer community pool, pickleball courts, walking trails. You know, we had some clients that actually purchased in Aspen Meadows. And apparently the joke around the neighborhood is you got to know somebody over in Silverado so that you can use the pools over there. So again, this is one of those slight step up. Pricing is going to be just a little bit more, you know, higher 3s, 4s, gives you a little bit more on the finish out and quality, but again, has more of those community amenities, but still again, in that same location. So that's why it is just a step up in the C tier. For our next one in the C tier, we're going to have Pecan Square. So we're jumping a little bit across the Metroplex, and actually we've toured a few homes in this particular subdivision so far. Make sure to check those out. Some awesome homes out there, great finish out, little higher price points. So you're gonna see more of your Highlands, your David Weekleys, gonna be more in like the upper 4s to 5s, even up into the 6s. Great community, quite a bit more on the amenities. So you're gonna have a community center, pools, walking trails, great community spirit. Now, part of this one, a little further west, so you are going to be access-wise to Dallas, going to be a little tougher. Do have good access to the west side of the Metroplex, so your Fort Worth, Keller, Southlake, whole I-35 West corridor is a little bit easier to get to, but it is a little further if you're looking to drive into Dallas, as well as this is a new construction neighborhood, so they are still building. So be prepared, like we've joked about before, be prepared to change some tires. You're going to get some flats. There's going to be some nails on the road as there is ongoing construction. So put this one in a C. I would say this is a C, pushing into the B tier because it does have some very nice builders, some quality finishes. But now we're gonna be moving on up to the B tier. Our first in the B tier is gonna be Harvest. So quite literally, just across the way from Pecan Square. We're over there in Northlake, again, west of I-35. Great community. This again is going to be even just a slight step up on finishing and pricing as compared to Pecan, and even more amenities as far as workout facility, walking trails. The big focus of Harvest is going to be a community spirit. They actually have a communal garden in the center of the community, which is pretty cool. Again, all about green and sustainable living with a real big focus on community. So if you're a family that's looking to have a lot of places to be able to go out, do the Halloween activities, the trick-or-treating, Christmas parade, this is going to be the community for you if you're willing to spend a little bit more. And again, have a little bit of a sacrifice on drive if you're looking to go to the Dallas side of the Metroplex. Next in the B tier is going to be Castle Hills. So going to jump over to a slightly more well-established community. This one is going to be for the families looking for top-notch schools, excellently rated, more centrally located in the Metroplex. Going to be off of 121 near I-35. Going to be right there near Grandscape, which we're seeing a lot of growth in the commercial, nightlife, restaurants, lots of stuff going up over there. If you are wanting the walking trails, the amenities, great schools, slightly higher end homes, it's going to be more in the 5s and 6s and up. But again, this is going to be the community for you. Now moving on up to the A category with one of my favorite neighborhoods. Personally, this is going to be a master plan community. Was started back in the early 2000s. It's pretty much completely built out now. They've been developing it for quite some time. It's going to be Lantana, located in Argyle. This one's going to absolutely be known for just very family-centric, tons of amenities, walking trails, multiple different pools, schools located within the community itself, as well as a golf course that is going to be semi-private. So this is going to be an amazing community, definitely on the higher end. You're going to be starting at the low 5s at the very minimum, on up to $1 million plus, depending on which neighborhood or which subdivision within the neighborhood you're looking at. But a great area, lots of growth out that direction. So if you're looking for a family-friendly neighborhood with great schools, this is one I would absolutely check out. Next one in the A category is going to be Trinity Falls. So this is going to be a community in West Flower Mound that is definitely up and coming. It has been developed over the last few years, so there's a lot of new potential growth here. We're seeing new construction. They're still developing the back half of this subdivision, but this one they really built this one out well. Dog parks, which is great for all of the people looking for the fur babies, looking to buy a home for the fur babies. Great walking trails, multiple different pools, again, workout facilities. Again, schools built within the community, very highly rated on these schools. Great community. Again, creeping up in pricing now. This is going to be a little bit higher, but does offer some affordable options if you're looking in those 400s to 500s for those first-time home buyers. But again, a great community in West Flower Mound. So you're going to have access to a lot of the local, nightlife, restaurants, but again, just a great neighborhood that I cannot recommend enough. Now for our first in the S tier. This is going to be a neighborhood that's near and dear to my heart, as it was a neighborhood that I personally grew up in, so I have a little personal bias on this one, but it's going to be Broadwood. Broadwood's going to be located in the heart of Flower Mound. This is a well-developed neighborhood. This one was built out and finished in the early to mid-2000s. Absolutely beautiful. Lots of mature trees, walking trees, multiple pools. Does have a golf course on site, which is public, offering multiple different neighborhoods within the subdivision itself. So you're varying in price point from the 400s, again, on up to over $1 million to $2 million in the gated sections of this neighborhood. One of the largest draws for Broadwood is absolutely going to be both the community feel, the demographics of those that live there. Lots of families going to be located in Broadwood, but really it's going to be the schools. It's going to be Flower Mound schools, Louisville ISD, so very highly rated. It's going to make it very attractive to families. So is that something that you guys are looking for? This is one that I absolutely would say to check out. And to wrap this one up today, guys, we have our top contender, and that's going to be the Tribute. We actually just toured a couple of new construction homes in this neighborhood. This is going to be on the high end. These are the luxury homes, lakefront living, with just absolute resort style amenities. You're gonna have multiple pools, multiple different golf courses, 2 different golf courses in this particular neighborhood. High-end schools. They actually have a charter school out here. Gonna be great. This is one that if this is an up and coming area that they are still just developing. It has really just started as far as the finish out for this peninsula in the Colony Frisco. Absolutely one you need to check out if you're looking in that upper end price point, just because of the amenities that it's going to offer. This is going to be one that here, given the next 3 to 5 years, going to be an absolute stunner of a neighborhood. If you're ready to explore these master plan communities and find which community in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex is the right fit for you, be sure to give us a call below. We're here to help you navigate this very confusing market that we have right now. And if you guys are still deciding on which community is right for you, make sure you check out our next video. That's gonna be which homes you should absolutely not purchase. Be sure to click that one. We'll see you guys there.